I've seen some of your posts on social media, some of your angry posts. I've heard that many of you have attended anti-corruption rallies, and part of the reason why I'm hopeful for our country and part of the reason why I'm hopeful for the future of our country is that I know that you care, you're not apathetic. But I also know that as we progress in our careers and in our lives, that we will continuously realize that things are probably a little bit more complicated than they are at face value. We will continue to realize that maybe some things are a little, some problems may be a little harder to untangle than it would first appear. We see things like the flood control scandal, and we take a step back, look closely, and say, parang, hindi ba parang yun din naman yung nangyari 10 or 15 years ago sa Napoles scam, sa PDAP scam? Ano ba nangyari noon? Opo, may nakulong, pero lahat ba nakulong? Tingnan natin yung nangyayari ngayon. Parang umulit lang, hindi lang umulit, pero parang mas malaki pa yung mga halaga, yung mga amount na pinag-uusapan natin ngayon kumpara sa 10, 15 years ago. At ano ba yung mangyayari ngayon? Opo, may mga nakulong na, pero huwag na po tayo maglukuhan sa 1,000 na sangkot. And there are more than 1,000 who are involved. Sa 1,000 na sangkot, ilan po kaya ang makukulong at mapapanagot? Baka masaya na tayo pag may 50 na mapakulong at mapanagot dun sa 1,000 na involved po dito. Alam niyo, pag nag-iikot po ako sa iba't ibang paaralan, ang pinakamadalas na tinatanong ko kaya pag may mga bisita ako na estudyante o young leaders, may bisita sa akin, ang pinakamadalas nilang tinatanong, ay Mayor o Vico, paano ko hindi makakain ng sistema? Or some variant thereof. How do I maintain my integrity if I want to enter in government? Or if not necessarily even in government, how do I maintain my integrity? How do I stand up against a boss who's pressuring me to do a certain thing that I know is immoral, illegal, or unethical? Yan po ang pinakamadalas na tinatanong sa akin ng mga kabataan, ng mga batang leader, lalo na pag nag-uumpisa sa kanilang mga karera. Nung 1 linggo lamang, wala ako sa meeting, pero nandun yung city administrator ko. Meron po nag-propose po sa amin, unsolicited proposal for a certain service in the city government. At yung tanong ng side namin sa kanila, magkano ba yung serbisyo? Ano yung annual fees? Ano yung maintenance fees? Etc. Ang tinanong nila sa aking administrador, sa aking CA, magkano ba, ilan % ba yung SOP sa Pasig City? Yung city admin ko, medyo nahawa na po sa akin pag may mga ganun talong, medyo mainit ng ulo. At sabi niya, huwag niyo kami tanungin ng ganyan. 0% ang SOP namin, wala kaming ganyan sa Pasig, sabi niya. Alam niyo yung reaction nung nagpropose? Sabi niya, ha? Talaga? 0%? Totoo pala, walang SOP sa Pasig. Akala namin sa balita lang yun. Akala namin sabi-sabi lang yun. Totoo pala. Sa madaling salita, parang nakarating na tayo sa punto kung saan mas nakakagulat pa kapag may nakasalubong kang honest kesa sa corrupt. Before we aim to change society and the entire government, maybe we should look inwards first. Let's zoom in first. And maybe we should aim to better ourselves first. Sa Facebook, galit tayo sa corrupt. Pero pag may exam tayo, nandaraya tayo. If you run for public office, the veterans are likely to tell you that you will not win unless you buy votes. If you work for a private firm, perhaps the management will ask you to falsify a record, misdeclare your earnings, or otherwise engage in fraud and deceit. You may be asked or tempted to contribute to the ecosystem of disinformation, misinformation, or wherever life takes you, you will eventually be pressured by others or tempted by circumstance into crossing ethical boundaries, compromising your principles, and breaking your integrity. Now, let's go back. How did we get here? As a society, we could talk and debate for hours. Each of us, as many people as there are in this theater, will have the same number of opinions, different theories. But let's not forget that everything big started out as something small. Now, the question is, okay, so ito na to. Nandito na yung malakihang korupsyon, nandito na yung malakihang problema ng ating bayan, yung mga lumang kalakaran na hindi nating matali-talikuran. What can I do? At paano? Muli po, balik tayo dun sa unang tanong, paano ako makakasiguro na hindi ako kakainin ng sistema? Habang naghahanda po ako, meron akong nahanap na listahan na ginawa ko several years ago. I think I was already a mayor. I don't even remember what year I wrote this. But it's actually a list of things that serve as a reminder to myself. So you can adopt it or not, pero para sa akin, nakatulong po ito. These are 10 things, there are more, but these are 10 things that I have done and I try to continue to do that help me from being eaten by the system. And these are 10 things, but I'll read it in 60 seconds. I just want to put it out there. Number 1, preparation is more important than courage. Number 2, make a list of non-negotiables and review them regularly. Number 3, when in doubt, choose faith, conscience, and integrity over money, power, and ambition. Number 4, study cognitive dissonance and continuously identify how and where it affects you, your decision-making, and opinion-forming. Number 5, get out of your echo chamber from time to time. Number 6, check your ego every single day. Number 7, have people in your life who share the same or similar principles, values, and beliefs. Number 8, allow said people to keep you grounded. Number 9, give these people the license to hold you accountable. And number 10, have a healthy level of respect, but also be willing to go against the status quo. How fast we go will be determined not by the president, although of course leaders are important, not by some charismatic leader. There will be no savior for our nation. But how fast we go will depend on you, the incoming generation of leaders and change makers. Changing perspectives, reversing destructive norms and practices. How fast this all happens will depend on you. When you find yourself at the crossroads, will you choose the easier, more convenient path to success? Or will you stand with integrity? Will you stand for truth and justice? Towards a better nation, there will be no shortcuts. But if this next generation of leaders, including the class of 2026, if your generation will rise up, as we have seen you already beginning to do, perhaps our nation will be in for a pleasant surprise. To the class of 2026, may you become great lawyers who will live not only with excellence, but more importantly, with integrity. May you always choose to fight on the side of truth, fairness, and for the rule of law. May God bless you and your future careers. May God bless you and your families. And I look forward to everything that the future has in store for you. I look forward to witnessing you change our nation. Mabuhay ang class of 2026.